guys and girls, welcome back to Watch the Time. Thanks for tuning back in. I'm really pleased to be able to bring you another Cadisen. This is one that I featured on a couple of community posts. It was one that I was really excited to get in. This is the C8212M. It's obviously a homage of a more well-known watch. I've been after a mechanical watch generally to have in my collection for some time, especially with the Seagull ST19 movement in. This has got the ST1900 movement. I know there's ST1901 and 02 movements. I'm guessing this is an older model of that movement, but this watch looks absolutely cracking. It's obviously homaging, as I said, a more well-known watch, and that is a particular watch that I do really like. So when I saw that Cadisen were making this watch, a brand that I do like and respect, I thought, you know what, let me jump on it. Got it as soon as I could. I wanted to get the review out as soon as possible as well, to see if you guys should also plump and buy one, because it looks cracking. I got this color variation. There's a couple of others that you can also choose. I think this is the winner though, to be honest, with the dial and stuff. And as you'll see also from the footage, the Vario strap, the orange one, looks like it's made for this watch, and for me is the sort of strap it should come on, in my opinion. But yeah, I'll stop going on. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and by the end of it you'll know if this watch is for you or not. If it is, please use the link in the description. But guys and girls, there's no better time to get the camera turned around and get on with it. Hi guys and girls, so this is the watch. Do bear with me. I've been losing my voice gradually over the last few days, but we'll persevere with this review. So this is the Cadisen. You would have seen me put a community post up, a couple of them actually. I put one up to say, would you like to see the watch? I also put another one up asking, or just showing when the watch arrived. It's been really cool getting this in. It came in pretty quick, so I was happy about that. Usual packaging you get with Cadisen. This was just a packaging. The watch was inside there. You got a cleaning cloth, which is handy to have. Warranty card and stuff. None of it's signed, but Cadisen don't tend to sort of do that. They've taken the same sort of stance as Pagani design with that sort of stuff. But there's the watch. A very cool looking piece. I've had it off for a couple of days now, so we'll have to charge the battery up, so I'll show you that in just a moment. Put everything to the side in a foam, just keeping it safe in transit. Bish bash bosh, there you go. And then you're left with the watch. This was one that I really wanted to get in. They do a couple of other color variations that I'll bring up now, but this one was the one for me that I was just like, yeah, I have to get this in. If you turn the crown, they say to turn it 30 revolutions, or well, 30 twists if you like, just to charge it up really to full. But I won't do that. I'll just do a few now, just so it sort of gets us through the review. And there we are. Very cool looking piece. The model number for this is the C8212M. You'll see that in the top left hand corner as well. Inside it's running, they call it a Seagull ST1900. From what I understand, this is also referred to as the Seagull ST19. Sometimes they don't go with the extended model number of it. I would guess this one's a little bit older, because they are up to ST1902 now. But I'll bring some information up about this movement now. 45-hour power reserve and stuff. This one has been running really, really well, to be honest, guys. This has been running about 2 seconds fast a day. I kid you not. And that looks absolutely beautiful, doesn't it? I wanted to get a Seagull, one of these mechanical Seagull movements in for a while now. So I'm really pleased that I've been able to do so. But there we go. You can see it's screwed down. But we'll go through that good stuff in just a moment. Just wanted to give you a good look at the movement, and you also see that I included the movement in the thumbnail just because I think it's a big part of the watch. Really, it's going to be a big part of the reason you really enjoy and love the watch is the movement. The movement's very, very good in terms of the way it looks and the way it's performing in this watch in general. So there you go. The construction of the watch. So you've got I do like the sides of the case. I've had a watch like this before, and I do like the way that they cut it all out. That's really, really done nicely. Sort of B-blast inside of the cutting. You've got, so yeah, but aside from that, it's really all just polished surfaces throughout. 316L stainless steel. Done really, really nicely, actually. Really impressive. The case back is exhibition. The outer part is also 316L stainless steel. as is the pin buckle clasp, which is also signed. Generally low polished surfaces, but there we are. The case thickness of the watch is 12.5 millimeters. The case diameter I measure from sort of excluding the crown or pushers, it's coming at 40.1, and when you include the crown and pushers, it comes in at 43.4 millimeters. The lug width on this is 20, and the lug to lug, tip to tip, is coming at 46.8 millimeters. So pretty good proportions there, guys. Lots to like so far. So there we are. The case back, as I showed you before, it's a mineral crystal on the back exhibition, and it's screwed down. As you can see, it's got 4 screws just holding it in place. So there we are. The bezel is a fixed high polished bezel. It's not flat, it's sort of curved a little bit. It sort of goes a little bit like that, the bezel, again, which is pretty cool. No points for originality for this watch, obviously, guys. It's obviously homaging a much more well-known watch. Not exactly, but not far off, if I'm being honest. The crown is situated at the 3 o'clock position. You've got pushers at 2 and the 4 that will show the operation for them soon. As I said, signed also. The strap it comes on is leather. You can see how much wear I've been getting on it. You would have also seen in the intro, I will be wearing this on that Vario strap. The orange one is superb on this, almost made for this watch. If you do pick this watch up, guys, I'd implore you to pick one of those straps up. Really, really nice. The strap on this isn't ideal. It's okay. Quick release pins just to make it easy to change out the strap. But yeah, very, very stiff. Not as nice as I would like, and it doesn't really sort of make the watch pop as much as it does on that orange strap, I don't think. So yeah, quick release pins, pin buckle clasp, all polished and signed, as I showed you just a moment ago. And the crystal covering the dial, you'll see it's quite pronounced, very domed. It's sapphire crystal, so it's nice to see we've got sapphire in the front, not on the back. But the most important part, I would say, definitely is on the front. That's what's going to be open to the elements. The water resistance is cited as being 100 meters. So that would give you 10 atmospheres of water resistance, and the weight will appear in the top right. It's just above 74 grams. So yeah, reasonable amount of heft there, guys. So there we are. But let's have a look at the dial now, guys, in a bit more detail. So in terms of the dial, apart from the indices, nothing's been applied. It's all been printed on. You've got a tachymeter going around the outer edge. Inside that, you've got a minute track. Let me start the chronograph by pressing this pusher, just so you can see it going around. Yeah, so you got a minute track. Inside that, you got applied battens everywhere except for the 3 and 9 o'clock position, making a way for the subdials. The subdials, so you'll see the subdial at the 3 o'clock. That's the minutes for the chronograph. So as the chronograph second hand goes around 60 seconds, that will go up 1 and continue to do so for as long as you're timing anything. The subdial at the 9 o'clock, that's for the seconds of your time. So yeah, the only thing I would say, guys, it's a non-hacking movement. You'd have seen that when I brought the movement details up before. So it is a little bit more difficult to set it accurately to see what sort of time it's keeping. I managed to do so when I was wearing it, but yeah, it's not the easiest task in the world. So yeah, non-hacking movement. You'll see in just a moment, as the second hand passes the 12, it will go up by 1 at the subdial at 3 o'clock. There you go. And like I said, it will just continue to do that as it goes through like another revolution of the 60 seconds. Your Cadisen printed onto the dial just below the batten at 6. Mechanical chronograph just printed on below the 12, excuse me, and the mechanical chronograph just above the batten at 6. They have put loom on there. I'll bring the loom up now. It's okay loom, nothing amazing, but given it's not a sort of dive watch and stuff, I wouldn't be looking to take this swimming either. So the loom was adequate for sort of just about to make out the time, sort of, if I need to, in sort of darker conditions. So there we are. Nice sort of colorways. As I said, they've not sort of reinvented the wheel here. They've obviously taken inspiration from a more well-known watch that have done this. As I say, you press the pusher at the 2 o'clock, it will stop. Press the pusher at the 4, you'll see both of these hands go up to the upright position, which is pretty standard. As I showed you before, if you turn the crown away from you, you'll hear you can charge it. You pull the crown out, there's only one position, which is good, but you'll see it doesn't hack. It does continue. But that's the dial, guys. What you have, you've got a nice sort of creamy dial, black around the outer edge. You've got different sort of yellow and orange sort of accents as well, which I think is really nice, and is obviously why the watch that it's homaging is very popular. But let me just pop it on the wrist quickly, guys, give you an idea of what it looks like on my wrist. Okay, so guys, this is what it looks like on my wrist. You'd have seen on the outside shots as well. It looks okay on this strap. They've obviously put a bit of orange stitching in there, so the orange and black to sort of for continuity. But yeah, I think you'll agree the orange strap that I put it on, the Vario strap, is probably the strap that it needs to be on. But there we are. That's what it looks like. Really like this watch. Okay, so guys and girls, that now take me on to what I think is pants and Pukka about the watch. If you've ever watched before, you know I always start with pants. I do like to go on a high with Pukka. So what I think is pants, not a great deal, guys. As I said in my thumbnail, this could well be the mechanical watch I've been hoping for. So what I would say is the leather strap, because this isn't a cheap watch. I know these movements are not very cheap, so they can't make it very cheap, but yeah, this strap needed to be a little bit different. It's too tough. It's really tough. Feels like it's got a bit of cardboard or something in there. It's not nice. Very difficult to wear, not very comfortable, and I just don't think it's the right colour. I think the orange strap is really where this watch pops, to be honest. And the non-hacking movement, I know it is what it is, but I just like hacking movements. I've got to say, I've become a bit of a snob. I know historically a lot of movements probably didn't hack, but I would like to have seen a hacking movement in this. Hopefully that's something they can do moving forward. So they're the two things I'd mention. I'm not going to mention loom or anything like that. I'm going to go leather strap and non-hacking movement. What I think is Pukka is the dial. I think this of the three that they do is definitely it would be my choice. I think it's definitely the one that just looks stunning. The sapphire crystal, not just because it's sapphire crystal, I just like how domed it is and how it just sort of integrates into the case with the sort of curvature of the bezel and case shape and stuff. And yeah, case shape and case finishing, I like those sort of details that they've obviously accomplished with that. The name of the watch that also had this is eluding me, but I'll bring the name up here. It's actually in my collection, but as I'm speaking, I can't recall what the name is, but I'll leave it up now. The movement generally, this needs to have an exhibition case back with this movement, just because it's stunning, isn't it? It really is. You spend as much time looking at this side of the watch as the other side of the watch, just because it's beautiful. I've showed this to a few friends and stuff, and they really like it. They're actually quite tempted to buy it themselves because of the movement. So there we are. And the general look, I think the watch is beautiful. Obviously, the watch it's homaging is a beautiful watch, isn't it? So they've obviously taken their design cues from that. And I think it's a beautiful looking watch. So yeah, the general look. So just to surmise what I think is, Pukka as I go with the dial, sapphire crystal, case shape, case finishing, movement and general look of the watch. And would I recommend the watch? I wholeheartedly would. I'm keeping this watch. Obviously, as I've said many times, I will be keeping it on the orange Vario strap. I will leave a link to that strap in the description. It's not an affiliate link, but I do implore you, if you want this watch to really pop, I think that's the strap to have it on. Obviously, there are going to be other orange straps available around as well, so do keep an eye out. But guys and girls, please let me know what you think about this watch, and maybe any other watches you may want to see on the channel. And as always say, don't forget to like, subscribe, and always watch the time. Take care, guys. All the very best.